Well, hello everybody. Good morning or afternoon or whatever it is. It's 11 o'clock out here on the coast. We decided to move it up an hour. We were doing it at 10, now we're doing it at 11. Check out this cup of coffee. Can you see that? Can you see the foam on this? Now this is the Nespresso, the one that George Clooney runs across the world to get. So it's worth it. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. We had a pretty good week. So let's see who's here. WC Tone Supreme, yes. You know, isn't this a nice axe? Yeah, I mean, it's a nice axe, and now it's going to Italy, it looks like. I usually I don't send stuff overseas, but this guy just begged for this guitar, and he's willing to pay the incredible $1,000 priority shipping costs. So, okay. Gerhard, how nice. How are things in Norway? Nice axe. Is it chilly? JP, that guild is a beauty. Yes, it is. Thank you. It's nice. You know what's nice about this guild, again, is it's got a giant body. I mean, look at the size of this thing. A big blonde, huh? But it's got the short scale neck. And man, I'm really digging it. I'm going back to the short scale. I don't know what's going on, but I feel like I can play a little more accurate with the shorter scale. So I just been kind of getting into that. So you get the big sound with the shorter scale with this. Some people like it, some people don't. I don't know what's not to like. The frets, I'm not too knocked out about guild frets. They're kind of skinny, but the tone is there. The feel, the neck feels just great. So anyway, who else do we have here? Danglio. Oh gosh, I can't pronounce that. Tim Patchen. Hello, Tim Patchen. But thank you for being here, Tim. I hope you got some good response from the guitars and not guns thing that we did. And I hope that helped the organization. Okay, in Norway, let's see, wait a minute. I've been practicing light picking in hopes of improving my tone closer to rich. Well, thank you. I hope you do. Just turn up your amp, roll back off the volume a couple of notches, back the tone a couple of notches, pick as soft as you can, and there you have it. You know, when you pick soft, you know, you have a dynamic range within your instrument, right? You know, I can play it harder to accentuate, you know. So, get the idea? It's kind of like blowing hard into an instrument or blowing soft. Greetings from Argentina. Rick, thank you for joining us. Please teach us how to get that tone. Oh, Kim from Calgary, thank you for joining us. Andre from Belgium, good grief. Boy, we're all over the map. Hi, Jim Carlton. Jim, we got to do an interview with you. We will do that soon. And Kirby's here. Even Kirby, what? Aren't you supposed to be working today, Kirby? You're supposed to be working. Okay, but that's okay. Hi, Tom. Did you get your guitar yet? I don't think you did. It's on its way. You should get it tomorrow or the next day. Gail says the guitar, the setup, the amp, most of all, player determines the sound. Really, and the clothes you're wearing. You don't want it to absorb too much sound. Just kidding. You know, if you wear like a plastic raincoat, man, it really projects. So, you know, think about it, a raincoat. Rudd, greetings from the Netherlands. Wowee. Hard, I use a hard pick. But, you know, this particular pick, I'm going to show it to you right here, I think gets the least amount of pick. Yeah. There it is. Gets the least amount of string noise, so it's closer to your thumb. Need an interview for my next Mel Bay book. Oh, what are you writing a book on, Jim? That'd be fun. Okay, where else? Brad, you haven't been with us a while. You're too busy gigging there in Palm Springs. Palm Springs, the season is opening up real soon, right? So you're going to be busier than a one-legged man in a butt-kicking contest. Kurt Magnan strings. I've never heard of those. Okay, so anyway, I'm glad all of you are here. Thank you so much for joining us. I sound like a, not just all of you, individually, each one of you make up this thing. So be sure to ask any questions that you'd like. You know, I want to address tone one more time, excuse me. And that is, you know, when you go to study classical guitar, one of the things a good teacher will do is just have you play just notes, no scales or nothing, just some notes, and get the best tone you can out of your instrument, okay, your attack. That's something we take for granted with the electric guitar. We need to really try to get the best tone we can. Analyze it. Listen to the difference between where I pick. You have Mitch, Tim May, Jim Fox, and many others. Oh, wow, that's fantastic. Well, if you see it in your grand scheme of things, I would be honored to be included in that array of wonderful players. So anyway, yeah, addressing tone is so important. So be sure to do that. And then you'll notice, like, when you go to play, a lot of times you have a tendency to dig in too hard, which reminds me, okay, I hope I'm not going to embarrass him, but he'll never see this probably. I played a gig with Mike Dana a few days ago, and it was a really loud nightclub, and it's like weird, man. So anyway, loud nightclub, and so we're playing, and the tempo is getting pretty fast. We're doing an up tune, man, and tempos are fast, and I got done with my solo, and I thought I did really well, and I turned up the volume, picked as soft as I could, and I felt every note came out good. I didn't have any struggles. Now, Mike, the few solos before, he was really digging in. And when you dig in, a lot of times you get sloppy. So after I got done with my solo, and the bass player was doing a solo, and of course that's the time to talk. So I turned to Mike and I said, Mike, turn your amp up and pick as soft as you can. And he did that, and he played a stellar solo. It makes me smile just to think about it. It just freaking stellar solo, and the tone was magnificent. It wasn't, you know, after a while when you start digging in, you get all that kind of sound, and it's like, ah. But otherwise, so. Think about it, okay? Now, be conscious of your volume when you do that. Okay, where are we at here? Brad's playing with 2 bands. Well, that's good. You can't have too many bands. Jim Rolfe is here. Jim Rolfe. I like the idea of the master volume knob. I'm assuming that is what the 5th knob is. Yes, this little knob is a master volume. I just back it off a hair or two. I don't know why it needs it. I guess it's kind of neat if you're blending sounds and stuff. So anyway, Medeiros, how do you pronounce his name? Danio Medeiros. Dan, my main problem is when I get a good attack on the lower strings, the higher ones don't sound good, and vice versa. Well, remember, I like to have a 13, 15, 20. So it's a heavy top, skinny bottom. So the top, you get rid of that tinky sound. JP, I'm interested in private lessons, been shopping around. My mama told me you better shop around. I give Skype lessons, and there's a lot of guys on there, fine players giving Skype lessons too. I think they work out fantastic. Okay, good. Thank you. I'll call you Dan, the American name. Jim Carlton, I'm in. Oh, thank you. How cool is that? Thank you, Jim. Okay, where are we at?
Did you see you got a request to vamp on Mr. Sandman from W.C. Ray?
What the hell? You know, well, yeah, you know what? That's Mr. Sandman. It's also Mr. Santa, which brings us to, it's getting that time for you guys to start learning your Christmas songs, okay? I know usually I tell people to start in July, but we're a little late. You probably ought to start working on your Christmas songs because you got to get the word out quick, okay, that you do Christmas parties. And that's a great way to pay for Christmas. It's better than taking out a loan or using a charge card. We have the there we go, Christmas guitar lesson, 45 instructional videos on the Christmas songs. Okay, so you get this stuff together. Granted, they're not all easy. None of it is easy. Well, some of it is. But some of them can be as easy and as hard as you want. There's several tracks, you can go play with tracks, you can do solo gigs, you can do all that stuff, and it works out really great. There's nothing more rewarding than going and playing a Christmas party or whatever, and doing a good job, just spreading a little good cheer, having a little good cheer while you're doing the good cheer is always a good.
You could even learn the Chipmunk Christmas song.
You could even learn the Chipmunk Christmas song. Absolutely. Christmas time is here is excellent. Thank you, Jim. So you ought to get into that. Now here's a tune. You know, Mr. Sandman is one that. Let's see. How did I do? That's a song that could be Mr. Sandman or Mr. Santa, right? Here's another one. There's the tune, and then of course if you want to open it up, you could vamp on it. So there's a tune that you can, once you get it into your repertoire, you can use it all year long. So that's something good. Okay.
Here's a lesson on it.
Here's a lesson on it. Okay. Thank you, Wes. By the way, I wanted to mention that if you like what Wes is doing, he's always doing these camera angles and he's getting, there he is right there. Show him your guns. Okay. There you go. And then you can always, please leave Wes a tip so he'll come back. Is it good? Is it good that Gretsch do 2420 for mimicking the West tone? Gee, I don't know. I don't know. It, you know, you can look at a guitar and you see, wow, it's 3 inches deep, and it's it's hollow body and it's got pickups and it's all that good stuff. But why doesn't it just not come? It just comes this close to it, but it's not there the whole way. I don't know why. I don't know why. What's going on? The materials, the woods, the love that goes into it, the tap tuning. I don't know. But some guitars, just because they look like it, doesn't mean they're going to sound like it. I had a dyslexic friend who sold his soul to Santa. Okay. Yeah. I get it. That's funny. Do I teach intermediate players? Of course. Ted Green even taught beginners. Isn't that funny? But you know what? When you get somebody who is doesn't have a bunch of bad habits already, it's kind of nice to groom them. So, of course, yeah, intermediate. Intermediate, there's beginner and there's advanced. These two columns are like that. Intermediate's this big, right? Crazy. Hey, Rich, do you prefer Heritage to Guilds? If so, why? Thanks for the live streams. Thank you. Well, I've been playing Heritages a lot longer than Guilds. Guilds don't... Heritage feels like Gibsons. Guilds feel like guilds. They're a little different. They have a different radius, I think. They have a slimmer neck. This has a little smaller nut, which I like. So I don't know what to tell you about that. I think they're very good guitars. I like the ones made in the USA, although I've played a couple of the ones made in China or wherever they're making those, and they're pretty nice. So, you know, I don't know. It's actually, I'd like to become a guild dealer, but for some reason they won't return my phone calls. John Reedy, it's great. It is great you have learned a... Oh, I don't get the joke, but that's okay. I'm sure a lot of people do.
Is that? Oh, never mind.
John Reedy?
Yeah, remember him?
John, is that you, the air conditioning guy now?
Yeah.
Is that him?
I don't know. We'll see. I doubt it.
Guilds are for rockabilly. My theory is terrible, but I have a good ear. I understand a little theory. Well, yeah, I have a course called Theory for the Road. That'll get you up and going. You got to learn theory. If you don't learn theory, you just create your own, okay? By the way, I just realized we started with the wrong song.
Oh, that wasn't Blue Bossa?
No,
What song was that?
that was The Night Has a Thousand Eyes. Way to go, Wes.
That's my fault.
Jeez, man.
Extra bonus content. You get a bonus song because now you have to play Blue Bossa because I put it in the title.
That's right.
So-
That's right. Okay, well, let's play Blue Bossa and then we'll do a lesson on it. Okay. Is that okay with you guys? So I'm going to turn up the track just a hair. One thing I don't like about guilds, I'm sorry I'm all over the map on this, but is where they put the button. I hate that. It belongs back in the back. The guitar is so big and it pulls on you. It's like, good God. All right, well, Blue Bossa is a song that's in the JGI course. Did I cover everything about the guitar Christmas stuff? You guys get busy learning Christmas songs, okay? And then I'll tell you how to go get a gig. You go get a gig somewhere, and then you get a lot of gigs from that gig, okay? So learn your Christmas songs. Is that Robin Riggs? Hello, Rob. We're coming down to TO again. By the way, Jim, sorry to hear about your mommy. What a wonderful lady, but and we want to come down and see you this weekend. Okay, that's an X500. Yes, it is. So this is a laminated spruce top, not a carved top, not a laminated maple, laminated spruce. So it's two pieces of spruce, I guess. All right, let's play Blue Bossa. Hold it, I gotta turn this track up a hair. Rewind. Now I got to turn the track down here. Jeez. Okay, well, so Blue Bossa is one of those tunes. It's a great tune to do several things with, to study. It's number one, it's a 16-bar song, so it's not a big, long format. Jim Carlton, your message has been redacted. What the heck did you say? Just kidding. Okay, so let's get into this song. You know, when you look at the chart of the song, by the way, this is one of the first, no, it's not, it's a song that we study in the JGI course, but I have several lessons on the song. But if you take a look at the chart, here's the chart. You see the chart, hey, Wes? Where do you want me to show? See, there's the chart, okay? That's it. C minor, F minor, D minor, G, C minor, E flat, A flat, D flat, D minor, 7 flat, 5, G7, vada boom, bada bing. There it is. Okay, now, here is the actual way you would probably comp it. Here's 3 ways. So basically, look at, we're substituting some things in there, right? So version 1 is a way to do it with direct substitutions. And then we have a lot of 2/5 stuff going on in version 2 and 3. So when you learn a tune, I think one of the most important things you could do is to learn a comping arrangement. So you actually sit down and work out or find somebody who has done this for you, like me, and you write out, you learn a comping arrangement. So let's take, for instance, what I want to do is, if I have C minor for 2 bars, generally speaking, that's a long time to sit on a C minor. It sounds good for the melody, but once the melody is gone, Now it's time to move in for a little improvisation. And improvisation just doesn't mean single note. Improvisation means your chord accompaniment, okay? So now instead of going this for 4 bars, or 2 bars, let's proceed the next chord, the F minor, with 2/5 of that chord. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, and then F minor. Okay. Now, so now our company is going to sound like this. Now, staying on F minor for 2 bars, that's a lifetime. So why don't we reaffirm the tonal center? So now the tonal center is shifted to F minor, you see. So now what we're going to do is reaffirm that F minor tonality by playing its dominant one more time. So we'll go. Now here's a C and back down. So instead of going, we're going to go. Get the idea? So now our arrangement of the first 4 bars is. All right, next it goes to D minor 7 flat 5, and then to G7. Okay, 1 measure each. But what we're going to do is this. We're going to go D minor, and then for 2 beats, we're going to go to a dominant D 7 sharp 9, and then to our G7, and then to my C minor. So now I've got this. So did you hear it? Or I could go, here's my, now I'm back on C minor. And let's reaffirm now the tonality of C minor by playing C minor's dominant, which is back to G. Okay? The idea? So far the first 8 bars are okay. Now next it goes E flat minor 7 to A flat dominant 7. So why don't we, instead of playing, we're making a big tonal shift to the key now of D flat. So let's set up the E flat minor chord change with its dominant, which would be some kind of B. All right, so when we come back here on C minor, so you hear I set up that chord change down to this. Now I'm on E flat minor 9, A flat 13, and the next chord we're going to play is a D9. Okay, that's the flat 5 substitution of A flat, and then D major 9. So now we have from the C minor and if I wanted to, I could go reaffirm the tonality of D flat. Now we're into the, okay, and we're going to go, it could be D minor, But why don't we play something a little different? Let's play an inversion of that. And there's an inversion of D minor 7 flat 5. And then G7, and then D flat. Then the 1-6-2-5 turnaround in the key of C minor. And it starts all over. So here's what we have for the accompanying arrangement of Blue Bossa. Okay. Now anything you can do melodic or harmonically, you can do melodically. So when you play a solo, you can solo around those changes. So tell me if you can hear the changes. Sorry. Hear that? Make sense? Did you hear that? Okay, let's read some comments here. Guilds were built by the old Epiphone craftsmen, similar to heritage guitar being stayed in Kalamazoo. Well, that's interesting. I did not know that. Thank you, Jim, for sharing that. How are the Ibanez George Benson's GB 200? I don't know. I had a GB10. I thought it was really nice. I have your jazz course with the cassette tapes from way back in the mid-'80s. Wow, do you still have a cassette player? That's the question. Okay. Yeah, I have an old player. I put my tape in and it ate it. Greg Johansson, could you explain why some of these substitutions are okay? That is, why do they work like they do? Really, it's all about the tonal center. It's all about taking you know what a tonal center is, right? If I go like this, you hear the next note, right? Okay, so it's all about bringing that tonal center out or moving to a new tonal center. That's what I find. The substitution, so if a tonal center should be reaffirmed or set up, you play its dominant, basically, or its 2-5. The first 2-5, what is it? How does this work? C minor, the next chord is F minor, the 2 chord of F minor is G minor 7 flat 5, the 5 chord of F minor is C7. So instead of, we're going, that's all. Playing 2-5 of the chord we're going to, and when we're on a chord, we play its 2-5 to kind of reaffirm that tonal center. Eddie Davis, you're late. Where you been, buddy? Sorry I'm late. Went down a rabbit hole on take 5. Is he? Gonna have to do that song next week. Good tune, huh? I have the transcription of Phil Woods' Phil Woods? No, what's his name? Solo on that song. If you check it out on the library. Okay, so tell you what. So we've had the. I've been playing with Pat Kelly and Mike Dana. We've been doing a little club date every 2 weeks, and we call it the Guitar Professors or the Jazz Professors. I think Guitar Professors. We don't like that name. We want it to sound like 3 guitar players. You got to know there's 3. So we're thinking, what about the name 3 Guitars No Waiting? Can you guys think of a name for this? And I'm going to show you a clip. Here's the 3 of us. Are we ready to go on that, Wes? The 3 of us doing this tune.
What's wrong with Guitar Professors?
I don't.
You guys are all
sounds so
technically
stuffy.
College professors.
What?
You guys are professors.
Well,
it's not like you're pulling that name out of thin air and calling yourself that.
Well, what about?
But three guitars, no waiting. That's bad.
That's bad. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Okay. Well, we need another name. I don't know. Guitar Professors, absent-minded Guitar Professors. Maybe that would be good.
There you go.
I don't know. We need a name, something. I don't know what you'd call it. It'd be nice to have jazz in there, but I don't know what you call it. 3 Orange Whips. Always love to use the D minor 11 flat 5. Sharply you showed me in the Sugar video, I think, at the end of Blue Bossa. Yes, that's the very cool sound, huh? Yeah, man, that's you know, the deal is try to get some good moves and then you milk them to death. That's the key. All right, let's show this video, Wes.
Okay. Let's see.
And then we'll do a lesson after this. 3 Guitar Amigos.
Here you go. Ready?
Ready? Go. Why don't you join me? Let's play some songs. Here we go. Here we go. Ta-da! Well, that's a lot of fun, I gotta say. So, hey, well, anyway, there it was. I hope you enjoyed that. So we got some good names here. The Three Guitar Amigos. Good, good. Jazz guitar times three. It's strung out. I like that. Strung out. Of course,
There's already a band named Strung Out.
there already is a band.
A punk band.
Okay, 3 G strings. Boy,
That's pretty funny.
that is funny, but it sure conjugates a terrible sight.
You'd get probably a good crowd of people wondering
Yeah.
what's
The 3 G
3G
strings. Yeah. I think Free Beer is a good name. Appearing tonight, Free Beer. Let's see, Archtop Trio, the Jazz Casters. The Trio Casters? Archtop Trio, that's good. The Hollow Bodies, that's good too. So, okay, Jim Carlton, so I've never heard that record with Tommy and Howard and Bill. Do you have that record? And they recorded all the things you are. 3 Foolish Things. East Coast version featured Joe Puma, Dick Garcia, Jimmy Rainey, Chuck Wayne. They were all foremost guitarists. Oh, the foremost guitarist. That was good. Voon Dracula, yes. Hope you're fine. Have you something on arpeggios? Oh, I got tons of stuff in the library on arpeggios. Very nice video. Love the intro. Thank you, guys. Do I have a lesson on simplifying chord melody? Well, yeah, I do. I have my fingerstyle arranging and playing course, which is in the library, and the 3 inversions. That's good.
That's a good one too.
Yeah. Old and not in the way.
This is the lesson for the guy.
Here's the lesson for you. Fingerstyle, jazz fingerstyle playing and arranging. So we work on harmonizing the scale and all that good stuff. I'm very proud of the course. I think it's really good for you. Grab that. Band name, Just Friends. That's good. Have to run now once again. Thank you very much for joining us. Yes, they did 2 albums and a Christmas album. Really, I got to look for those. And what were they called? Guitars Incorporated. Now that you mentioned that, I do remember hearing that. Okay, well, if you think of...
Ooh, the triads.
The triad.
That's like spot on.
That's spot on. How about the guitar triads?
That's what someone said, JP.
JP rocks. 3 on 6. Ooh, that's good.
That's pretty good.
That's really good. Okay, we're going to have 3 on 6. That's good. The F holes.
That's my favorite.
That's my favorite one,
The
yeah.
3 F holes. That's awesome.
That's a good one. Super suspended thirds. Jazz triplets.
Oh yeah, you guys should definitely hit the thumbs up button. Need more thumbs up.
More thumbs up. We need thumbs up. Thumbs up. There are 6 sounds. Could be a George Van Epps album. Yeah, really. Okay, so, or Tony Mottola. Okay, we're going to do a lesson on, I like to call them shape licks, which is a very easy way of playing a jazz line that's almost too easy, and I keep forgetting about doing this. And, you know, it's very hard to break away in the heat of the moment of something you've already played many, many times, and now try to introduce something new because it's hard, okay? Because you get tense and you're nervous and stuff. That wasn't it. That was here. Oh, my coffee in the way? Okay, here it is. All right, so here's the lick. A minor, D7, G. And the lick sounds like this. Okay, this is shell lick number 6. So, you hear it? All right, so I'm going. This has a dynamic sound of its own fingering, right? I'm going 2 frets, and then I'm doing it on the next string group. And now I'm going to move down a half step. And that's an altered, and then down another half step. down a string group. Ah, no, that ain't that. Oh. Got that in your head? Easy, huh? Okay, those shape licks you can go nuts with them. That's going up a half step, or excuse me, a minor third. And it resolves to G. Do you hear it? Ah, wait a minute. All right, so that is shell lick or shape lick number 6. You might want to think about picking up that lesson. I think it's really good. It's got some, and you know, some people will say, oh, well, it's not playing what you're feeling or what, it's not melodic. I think it's pretty melodic, really. Any kind of sequence is somewhat melodic. Obviously, if you wanted to, you could go, you could change the rhythm. You know, and then you've got a different kind of slant on things. Okay, where are we at, Jim Rolfe? Well, we already did that. I think we're coming to the conclusion of what we're doing today. I want to thank everybody for coming in. I've got one more tune. I love this song, man. And what a friend we have in Jesus. Yeah, what a great song, and how true. We do have a friend in Jesus. Well, thank you again for joining us, and I'll see you next week. We've got some special things lined up for next week, and I can't tell you what they are.
Ooh, big tease there.
Big T, special things.
I don't even know what they are, to be honest. So this is actually a big tease.
This is a big tease. She's a big teaser. Okay, did I get everybody's question answered? 3 on 6 sounds like it could be George. Got it.
Oh, there's one from Kim for me.
Kim, hey Wes, can I thumbs up more than once? And is it a value? What is the answer to that?
I don't think you can, but the value, the more people that thumbs up, the more it puts it out there for other people to watch. So if we get a ton of thumbs up, then YouTube will put it out in front of more people. So the more people that like it, the more YouTube thinks people will like it. So like it.
It's like Beavis and Butthead. Like it. All right. So please do that. I gotta address this one thing. Gary said my guitar teacher yells at me and calls me names for mistakes. Should I get someone else? Well,
What kind of names?
Yeah, what kind of names? Yeah. I had a couple students, and a long time ago, I'd get my pencil out because they would make the same mistake all the time, and I'd whack their finger every time they did that with a pencil. That didn't last too long. They quit. So it's probably not a good idea to have someone call you names, because to err is human. Julie Andrews said, "You practice something so you don't make a mistake, but you practice it even more so you can't make a mistake. And then the only mistake you make is the one that you can't correct. So everybody's going to make a mistake, and so you got to learn how to correct it." John Knowles played for Chet Atkins, I remember reading, and he played this piece, beautiful piece, and basically played it by rote memory. And Chet said, "What are you going to do when you make a mistake? Start all over?" Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I don't know if you ought to call names, but you might say, well, I don't know what you might say. I think I'd laugh it off. Don't worry about it. All right, I will talk at you later. Bye for now, everybody. Say goodbye to this. She's going to take that long trip to Italy. You idiot! Yeah, he's an idiot.
Suck,
Gosh.
man. You're the worst. Stupid.
Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Bye for now. Adios.